episode of Scaredycast is brought to you by Value Sesh. You guys know Value Sesh. If you've been listening to the show, Value Sesh, they've been supporting us for a long time now, and they're an incredible company. Delta 9 THC gummies, taffies, honey sticks, and they're delicious. They're so good too, and they work great. They even have these nighttime gummies to help you sleep better. I take one every night, and it always works great. Go to valuesesh.com, use code SCAREDY, save a few bucks, or if you go to our Patreon, you can get a bag for free when you sign up to our Patreon. I swear, they'll send you a free bag just for supporting us. That's how great they are. And then you can also go to Fright Rags, fright-rags.com, use code SCAREDYFAM, save a few bucks there, getting yourself some t-shirts like this one. Yeah, Satan is good, Satan is our pal from the burbs, you know it. And then, get some hats or some pajamas or other things. And support Fright Rags. They've been supporting us for a long time as well. Incredible people at these two companies. I couldn't thank them enough, and the best way we can thank them for supporting us is by you guys and going out and supporting them. So please do it. And it finally happened, you guys. David Howard Thornton on the show, along with Amelie McLain, Samantha Scaffidi from the Terrifier panel at Days of the Dead. David's been our white whale for some time. We've crossed paths with him at a few horror conventions now. We've always been trying to get him in on an episode and never really able to make it work. And even though this is a panel from Days of the Dead, I'm counting it. It counts, right? Sure, why not? I hope you guys enjoy this one. I finally got one of my big theories about Art the Clown confirmed, which was really great. You'll hear about that on this episode. Make sure you guys go out, support them. They're incredible people. And hope you guys enjoy this episode. Guys, first of all, I just want to tell you guys, congratulations. I really I think about it often. I remember being at a horror convention many years ago, and there was just a little Terrifier table tucked in the corner, and that was it. And now I'm at home playing as Art on Call of Duty. It's insane.
Yes. Fortnite, yeah.
Fortnite, yeah.
And the arcade game. Yeah.
You're in a video game.
What the hell? And who knows what else might be coming around the corner. Gosh. It's just crazy. I'm wanting Mortal Kombat one of these days, but that's me, so I'm just toasty.
Salty. Some NBA Jam in there too.
Oh, yeah. That's a dated reference for some people.
I know. They don't know those codes. You used to be able to play as Bill Clinton on NBA Jam.
God, that was great.
How's your guys' weekend been?
It's been fantastic for me. I don't know how it is for them, but I've been having a great time.
Yeah. I've met a lot of great people. It's overall been super fun.
Met a lot of amazing people and also seen a lot of familiar faces from last year, which has been amazing. I see a lot of you out there. So, yeah, Art. No. But yeah, it's been amazing.
You guys have plenty of people coming to your tables. Has there been anything interesting or out of the ordinary that you've had to sign this weekend, or any weekend, really?
This weekend's been pretty normal, which is funny for Vegas, but but I've had some interesting things to sign in the past. So it's one time I signed someone's tush, so that was weird. And Rob Mello, from the babyface killer from Happy Death Day, wanted me to sign his boob one time, so that was sweaty.
It's a sticky situation.
Yeah.
One time I signed a guy's bald head, and it was like a horror convention and a tattoo convention, so I signed his bald head. He had already gotten Pale Girl tattooed on his head, so then I signed it, and we walked over to the tattoo part of it, and I got to watch it get tattooed live. So that was really, really, really fun.
I think that was in Nashville.
Yeah,
because I signed his head too. We also, I think all three of us. I think signing body parts is always the really shocking thing, and that it's an honor, but it's really cool.
Right. Yeah. And then they're going to permanently have them on their body forever.
Yeah.
On
definitely.
their head.
Yeah.
Let's get to you guys. Anybody have any questions out there? Right there, immediately.
So I was wondering, for Terrifier 3, because there are so many little children, I know Amelie, you were 9, 10 when you filmed Terrifier 2, but because there were 4 or 5-year-olds, is there anything was so scared of you, right?
Yes. I'm for a lot of people that don't know, I'm actually a former elementary school teacher. I have my degree in that, so haha. Yes, I got my internship. I'm like, this is not fun. So anybody that is still a teacher to this day, I have all the respect in the world for them, because that is a very, very, very hard career, and you don't get paid nearly as much for what you have to do. It's a full-time job, and you have to deal with a whole lot of struggles and crazy people, especially parents, and the system. So I respect anybody that's a teacher. I come from 4 generations, so that was one of my main concerns with all the little ones that we had in part 3 was how are they going to respond to me? The little girl at the beginning of the film, she was terrified of me. And we brought her over just so she could see me get into the makeup, just to see if that would help. She's like, she was fine with me outside of makeup, but as soon as they start putting she's like, no, I don't want to. So I did my best to just stay out of her eyesight at all times, unless we had to be on screen together. Just so I wanted her to give the best performance she could, and I don't want her being scared or anything like that. I don't want to traumatize her. Don't want to have to pay for therapy bills one day. And then when we did the mall scene, I specifically asked if I could just meet with all the children before we started filming so they could get used to me, because they're not supposed to be afraid of me in that scene, so I did not want them to be afraid of me. So I did a whole Q&A session with them. I let them come up and touch the mask and see how squishy it really was. And I was doing a bunch of silly voices for them too, anything to put them at ease. And in between takes, I'm joking around with them, anything just to let them have a fun time. And I think it translated pretty well on screen too. So I just didn't want to make any of those children scared, oddly enough. so yeah, I tried to be a good guy.
The thing that I always like whenever I see Terrifier stuff out in stores is it's in the kids section. And it takes me back to when I was a kid, and there'd be like Rambo stuff and everything, and it's like, we're not allowed to watch these movies, but we have merchandise for it.
Yeah, I remember that as a kid too. Is like I would go to Shoe Carnival when I was like 8 years old, and they had all this Freddy Krueger stuff. They had Freddy Krueger dolls on the wall next to all the regular toys, and I'm like, this is crazy. So it's kind of surreal for me to see Art the Clown in that same way as Freddy was back when I was a kid, which makes me very happy to see. I love that, because Freddy was my king, still is my king. So I'm very impressed, and seeing so many children that dress up like Art now is mind-boggling too, and sometimes they've seen the movies. And I'm like, wow. And the parents go, well, we fast forwarded like what, all of it? So yeah, even Elle was Chrissy Fox's daughter. Elle, she was on set with us when we were filming Chrissy's death at the beginning in part 3, and Elle was 4 years old at the time, and she was carrying around a Art the Clown figure. She's also Rob Zombie's niece, so that kind of explains a lot. Yeah. But she had also, not only did she have like an Art the Clown figure, she had a John Carver figure too from Thanksgiving. So she's like, it's John Carver. It's John Carver. So it's like, but it's so funny because we had the little girl that was afraid of me on set, and here she was like 8 or 9 years old, and here Elle is half her age, and Elle's like, he's not scary, he's really nice, don't worry, he's not gonna hurt you. And the other girl's like, no. Elle is fearless. That child is going to take over the world one day, I swear.
You said that Freddy's your king. I've asked this before. I've asked this to Heather Langenkamp even. Whenever they do eventually reboot Nightmare on Elm Street, who do you guys think should be playing Freddy?
Robert Englund, right? I'll watch him at any age.
Right. Yeah.
That would scare the crap out of me to take on that character, though.
Well,
because
whenever ask this. Your name has been the answer quite frequently.
That's incredible. I mean, I'm flattered, but it's like, it's one of those things like no one's going to outdo Robert in that role. And if I did play the character, I would try to make him as much like Robert played him, the voice, mannerisms, everything, because that is Freddy. As we saw when, Jackie Earle Haley's a fantastic actor. He's a fantastic, but like that version just didn't work for me. It's like Bugs Bunny without the Brooklyn accent. It's like, no, this doesn't work. And so it's like if I ever took on Freddy, I would try to as much to mirror what Robert had done, but also try to do my own thing with it, but still give as much respect to what originally came, because that's just how it is. Robert is Freddy. It's like there's no one going to be able to outdo Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Any more questions out here? Sorry, I saw you and I saw you, but you go.
I was wondering, what this is for all of you, what would you say your favorite kill or kills are from the series? So this is, I'm talking the whole thing, like Ninth Circle, all the way up.
I love the opening of 3. I'm a big fan of Chrissy Fox's performance. I think that's the perfect setup for a movie in a long time. Lauren's always been on the Q&As and said it's like the perfect like little short film. Everything from the moment, and you don't even see as much as you normally would see in a Terrifier movie, and it's still like horrifying. So that kill to me is, from beginning to the end, is iconic.
I love the first kill in Terrifier 2 with the coroner. I think it's very underrated. It honestly scared me like one of the most. And then obviously the bedroom scene. I feel like you can't top the bedroom scene. It's iconic. It's really iconic. So probably the bedroom scene.
This is always a hard question for me because these are all my babies. So I'm just like, it's like, oh God, who do I love the most? But I say my favorite one is because I had the most fun doing this kill scene, and the scene in general was the Santa Claus kill in part 3. It's like that whole bar scene is my favorite scene I've filmed already. So that was just pure joy for me, and that is to me a true Art the Clown type of kill, because it's got such a comedic edge to it, but it's horrible. It's just, that's a horrible way for someone to die. And we were actually going to take it further, but we literally ran out of time on set. We were not only was I going to shove the carrot into his nose, I was going to take some coal out and light it on fire. Then I'm like juggling it around my hands, like, oh, hot, 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 hot. And I take it and just shove it into his eyeballs. And we just ran out of time. We couldn't get to it, unfortunately. But I love that kill. It's just such a horrible way to go. Just the idea of ripping someone's beard off of their face and then wearing it. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but you see a little bit of his lip just dangling off of Art's beard for the rest of the movie. It's just like, that's so demented. And I love it. It's just, it's so funny, but so vile and awful. I think first two, we were going to play like, Art was going to go over to the jukebox and start playing Frosty the Snowman. But that's why you kind of see me bopping around, because I thought I was going to be bopping around to music, but oh well. But I love that kill so much. And Damien's already told me, even though I haven't seen the script yet because he's still finishing up for part 4 right now, but he said there's going to be some fun things I'm going to love in part 4. So I'm excited.
Speaking of that scene too, while watching Terrifier, there was always like something about Art that was familiar to me. And in that scene, when you walk by the window and you see Santa and you come in, it hit me. And I could be totally wrong or totally right. How much of Mr. Bean did you pull? Okay, perfect, thank you. Because I'm watching that scene, I'm like, that's Mr. Bean. Like,
oh yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
if you watch Mr. Bean, he is kind of demented and evil in a little bit, especially towards kids. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's how I've always looked at Art, is he's a evil version of Mr. Bean.
Thank you.
That's where because Mr. Bean was one of my icons. He's like, I thank Mr. Bean for giving me my big start in physical comedy. I mean, I grew up watching the greats like Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, Marx Brothers, Three Stooges, of course, Jim Carrey. But my aunt, when I was about 12 or 13 years old, gifted me a box set of Mr. Bean videos, and I would just watch those over and over again. I'm surprised I didn't wear out the tapes, because I just love that style of comedy, because he can do so much storytelling without saying a word. It's all in his face and mannerisms, and he's always just such a mischievous little asshole to people. It's like everything's a competition with him, and I love that about him. And there's different parts of these movies where I'm trying to do little homages to him, like in part 2 when I'm taking everything out of the bag to put on the counter at the costume shop. I was just thinking of him when he's taking the exam and the guy next to him takes out a pen and he takes out a pen. And then he takes out another pen, and then he takes out another pen, and he takes out the whole stand of boom, pens. And I was like, that's Mr. Bean. I'm going to do something like that with that scene. So I was like, I swear if I ever meet Rowan Atkinson one day, I'm going to just cry. I'm going to be like, you. I wouldn't be here without you. So I'm glad you noticed that. Yes, yes. It's definitely a little bit, especially with the looking in the window and all that and his reactions and everything. It was definitely a little bit of Mr. Bean, but also I was channeling a little bit of Will Ferrell and Elf as well. That's Santa! So yeah.
It's so funny to hear where people pull their inspiration from, like Alyssa Sutherland in Evil Dead Rise. We found out she pulled her inspiration from Jim Carrey in The Mask. And it's like, a lot of it was Stanley Lipkiss. And it's like, it's crazy where you can find that, kind of
no kidding. That's another thing. God, I've been trying to put that on the universe forever. I wish someone would reboot that franchise, but do it like the old comic book version where it was dark and graphic and bloody. Because, God, I would love to
Hopefully someday.
I would love to tackle that character.
You had a question?
Hi, so this goes for each of you. Before you see the script for Terrifier 4, what are you guys' personal headcanons of the lives before you became Mark McCloud, before the Pale Girl became her, and before what happened to Vicky? Like, what are your personal headcanons of the lives before? It could be small, it could be big, something in between.
Well, I can't really say too much because we have talked about Art's origins before, Damien and I know he's going to explore Art's origins in part 4, so I can't really say too much. But if I'm thinking what he's going to do for this one is going to be kind of like, we're going to explore things but not tell everything, because I think having a little bit of mystique behind the character is always kind of fun. Like, I kind of look at it like Joker's origin, where he was the Red Hood and he fell into the chemicals, but you don't necessarily know who he was before he was the Red Hood. There's a lot of mystery who was actually under that mask beforehand. So I hope that's kind of like the route we're going to take, because I think having that little bit of mystery, ambiguity of like what was going on with him is kind of fun. But I will say he's never going to be a sympathetic character. He's not going to be some kid that was just bullied and he's like, oh, I'm going to get after everybody. I kind of look at Art as, at least in my head from the get-go, is he was someone that came out of the womb just evil. He strangled his mother with his own umbilical cord type of evil, just like, I'm here. Yeah.
There's a lot of different theories for the Pale Girl, and I love all of them. There's a theory that Art the Clown is her dad. There's a theory that she's Art the Clown's first victim. There's a theory that in Terrifier 1, the mom that held the baby, there's a theory that little Pale Girl is the baby. So I just want to know what her backstory is, because I haven't been told any of her backstory. Even when we were filming, a lot of people asked me if I knew the backstory of her before I started filming, and I really didn't. I just took what I could, and I just did my creepiness, and I guess it worked. But yeah, I want to know a little bit more about her in the 4th, for sure.
Wait, so the question was about backstory? I just want to make sure I understand the question.
And it doesn't have to be like official, like canon, or like a personal, like, you know what, this character would fit in with my personal headcanon of what this person could.
What do you mean by headcanon? What's headcanon?
Like your own theory.
Oh, my own theory. Sorry, I just want to make sure I answer this right. I Vicky was someone that I've never predicted where she was going to go. Every film I thought she was just gone. She was always supposed to die after every film. And then Damien's like, oh, we'll bring her back and I'll torture her more. So for Vicky, I really think what you've seen of her is really her story. She was a victim, and then, the little pale girl entity with Art made sure that they destroyed her enough to possess her so that she was a vessel to ultimately get to Sienna. In terms of 4, I mean, I was very dead after 3. My head got chopped off, melted into the ground, body fell into hell. That's what I was told the other day. I didn't even know that. My assumption is that's kind of the end of the road for her. But like I said, Damien's been super tight-lipped about 4. None of us know anything. So I imagine that's it, but you never know. There's ways in which characters come back, and you never know. But thank you.
You had one right there?
Oh yeah, I love Art. I love Vicky. The makeup is so on point. My favorite scene was when you did Angels in the Blood. And then you're a genius the way you incorporate the horn and everything, make it so funny. Did you have any challenging scene like in the rocking chair when you're covered in spider webs and then you react?
Yeah.
When the person...
The rocking chair, yes. Oh my gosh, I love that imagery of that scene too. It's so creepy when I had all the cobwebs up and with that window there. It was very old school horror film vibe. The hardest thing for me because I had literally had those cobwebs all over my face, and they're saying, don't move, don't blink. And Johnny's in front of me just doing all this stuff. Hey, woo woo. I'm just like, don't you fucking dare, man. Just don't make me cry. I was trying not to laugh that whole entire time, trying to just not breathe, trying not to blink. And especially when I get stuff in my eyes so easily, so I'm just like, oh God. And they're finally like, Dave, move. I'm like, thank you. So that was challenging. Now, you're talking about the Blood Angel. That was a thing that we added the very last minute. That's because we, like, the whole entire time since Damon wrote the script, we always like to have some kind of little joke at the end of every kill scene, a little wink and nudge to the audience that, very Bugs Bunny type thing that Art does. And we couldn't think of something funny to put at the end of that kill for the shower scene, and it was driving us crazy. And like, we gotta do something like Christmas themed or something. And I came up with another thing, and Damien's like, I like that, but I just thought of what we can do, and it's gonna be very simple. And he's like, let's just do a blood angel on the floor. And I'm like, that's amazing, yes, let's do that. And that's the very last thing we filmed in Terrifier 3. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm flicking everybody off while I'm doing it. I'm doing like the bird the whole entire time. So yeah, and we did it in one take.
Whoa, okay. We'll start over here. And I got you guys. And I see you guys in the back. We'll get to you guys. We'll start over here though.
My question is for Sam. So Vicky kind of has 2 very distinct personalities at the start of the series and the end. Besides the makeup, is there like a distinct way you distinguish between like possessed Vicky versus victim Vicky?
Yeah, to me they were 2 completely different characters, because I always tell people, Vicky after 2 when the eyes light up, she's completely possessed. There's Vicky still inside, but she's not in control. So that was a lot of fun for me, because when Damien sent the script and he gave me his impression of Vicky and where he wanted her to go, it gave me so much freedom, because I didn't have to build off of anything. I can construct something completely new. So that was fun, because kind of the sky was the limit. And it was just like painting a whole new picture for me. And it's also fun for Vicky as the villain, because there's no nuance to Vicky. It's very black and white, so I could just take it as far as I wanted to go. I think with Vicky, there's nothing that's wrong. Like, he wanted her to be so manic and so crazy that she could be high and low and scary and weird, and it's all fair game. So for me, there was that was what distinguished, I think, my choices. Yeah, and they're just very different characters. Like Vicky in one, I felt was a lot harder for me to play because she's a human being with depth, and she's going through all these things, and she's feeling all of it, which is really hard, I think, to go there. Where like with Vicky the villain, I was just having so much fun. I was just like, I got to go to work and just mess with everyone. So, yeah. Especially David. Oh yeah, with all the corn nuts.
What'd you have right there?
Hi, so I wanted to know, question for everyone, if your character could team up with any other movie character to carry out a kill, who would it be and how would you execute the kill?
Oh, good question. you guys go first.
I think Little Pale Girl and Megan would be cool. Yeah, because it's like both of the like younger like creepy girls. I think that would be cool.
You're so hot, very hot. I don't know why, but I always like Silence of the Lambs. I just think he's so interesting and he's so psychological, and I would just love to mess with people psychologically. Or Buffalo Bill. Anything from either Hannibal or Buffalo Bill. I just want to dance to Goodbye Horses. That's it.
I gotta go with my king, I guess, Freddy, because that way, Art could be getting them in the real world, he could be getting them in the dream world. I think that they could do some pretty messed up stuff together that way. It's like, yeah, because I kind of even looked at Art as being like the bastard child of Freddy and Harpo Marx. So it's like, yeah, it's like, that would make sense. So I think that'd be cool. Like Freddy's doing something, and so like maybe Art's killing somebody in the real world, and they just start passing out, and they slip into the dream world, and then there's Freddy like, hey bitches, you thought you were out. Is it just something like that? That'd be awesome. So I don't know.
Way in the back, right there, the hat.
So last year, every year I go to Universal Halloween Horror Nights with my family, and I was wondering if you guys got to experience the Terrifier house.
Yes. And we got to experience both of them. Did you go to the one in Orlando? No. Yeah, but Amelie and I got to do both of the houses. We opened the one in Los Angeles, and then we got to close the one in Orlando, which is really, really cool because the two houses are different from each other too. So that was a lot of fun to see the differences between the houses and get to experience that. But that was an amazing experience for me because I've been going to Universal since I was a kid. And to walk around the park and just see Art's face everywhere and on merchandise and all that was just mind-blowing. And probably one of the coolest things, I almost started crying when it all happened afterwards. I was just like, holy Nikes, that was amazing. It was down in Orlando. Art got up there in the DJ booth and started doing stuff up there. And I was down there just dancing, and Art came down, and we started interacting with him, and you look around and you just see this whole sea of people with their cell phones out just taping this. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is real. This is really crazy. This is an incredible moment right now. And I end up like just taking the guy that was playing Art, just bringing him close to me, just whispering in his ear that you're doing me proud. And he was still staying in character, but he still had that little kind of moment. But they were doing such a cool job down there. I was really especially happy to see with the arts that were going around the park, because it's the first time they've ever had a licensed character go around the park and actually interact with the guests and mess with them. And they were doing such a great job. I understand they went to clown college. They were like studying me in whatever clown classes they were teaching there at Universal. And it was such a cool thing. And the different videos, because I always like to watch the different videos every year when they have the Grinch out there just messing with people and interacting, but seeing people interacting with Art in that same way was really cool. And it was getting our film out there to a wider audience, introducing all these people to Terrifier, and it was so cool. Especially there's a video of Terry Crews's daughter put up with Art messing with Terry Crews. And I am such a Terry Crews fan, so I was like, oh my God. And my girlfriend like messaged his daughters like, David's a huge fan. They're like, oh, we're huge fans. They're like, this is so cool. But it was such an epic moment.
I had so much fun. I got to go to the California one and then the Orlando one. It was really like bittersweet to close down the Orlando one. It was the last night, and just being able to like meet the person who was playing Art with David, and just like give him a hug and tell him how great he was doing, and just like to look at like the swarm of people just like getting so excited to watch us interact with him was just crazy. And just the house itself was amazing. I got to meet one of the Pale girls in the house, and I don't know, I made her break character, and I made her give me a hug. I like dragged her, I was like, give me a hug. So yeah, I got really excited when I met her, and I gave her a big hug, and that was just amazing. And then we got to ride some of the rides, which was fun too. Yeah. I have photos of us on like, what was it, Jurassic Park one? And then the Mummy, that was so much fun. Yeah. So we all went on the roller coasters. Yeah. But it was just a great experience, and like I would have never thought that like we would be a house at Halloween Horror Nights.
And we won for best house.
Yeah,
too.
what?
Like,
we got the best house.
The houses were incredible.
I know. They all were great. We did every single one of them in one night. We had a great tour guide. Yeah. She brought us around, and we got to do every single house, and they were all so good. So the fact that we won, I was scared. I was screaming.
Because like my girlfriend's much braver than I am.
Yeah.
So I'm a puncher when I get scared. So I'm like, I can't be on TMZ for punching out Art or something like that. One of these is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
So I had to keep my hand on my girlfriend's like shoulders the whole entire time. So I'm like, you be in front of me, and just so you know.
I was holding the tour guide the whole time. She didn't even know me. I'm like latching on her. She's like, who is this girl grabbing onto me?
Got me several times.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed Orlando, but I was very sad I missed Orlando because I've heard amazing things. I did get to see LA. I got to see the amazing job they did there. It was really special doing opening night with everyone. But mad props to the actors because especially the ones who did Vicky with the covering of the eye and over and over and over again having to scare people. Like, it's tough when we have to do like more than one take, but they're going for hours. So mad respect to them. But also, Halloween Horror Nights, that's insane. And it was really cool because it brought like a wave of new fans who would have never touched the Terrifier franchise that then all of a sudden now came to us because of Universal. It was like really a high honor sort of be in it from nothing to all of a sudden Universal has been pretty amazing.
I also have to say, can any of you guess who actually scared me in the attraction?
Oh, I know. From Terrifier.
Fucking Sienna. It was the scene where they if you went through. Yeah, I know. It's where Art's salting Allie, and like Sienna just jumps out like, ah! I'm like, I scream. I'm like, of course it would be you. You're the one that scares me and makes me scream like a little girl. Oh God! But I love that. I was like, that was just and they caught that on film too. So I'm imagining that's going to be out there one of these days for everybody to see. Me be going.
Back there, the beanie, you had your hand up.
Hi, first of all, thank you guys for being here. You've been stellar this whole weekend. Questions for Sam. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about upcoming projects that you are working on.
I paid her to ask me this question. No, I'm kidding. How you doing? Okay. I'm kidding. No, I know you. That's why I'm laughing. Danielle, she knows that joke, but you didn't hear me say it. Say hi to Danielle. I switched over to writing, directing before we did Terrifier 3, so I have been working on my own feature film. So that's kind of what I'm working on. I do conventions and I write, and I do conventions and I write. So that's kind of my focus right now. So I can't really speak too much about that, but But yeah, I came out with a short film, Open Your Eyes, that was on Shudder, and I've done a few nonprofit and I use my platform sometimes to discuss domestic violence awareness because I'm a survivor of domestic violence. So if you look at my kind of history, you'll see some projects that I've done with RAIN, and you'll see some projects that I've done with nonprofits for domestic violence, and that's the work that I really, really care about a lot. So yeah, thank you.
You. Yeah. Oh, you're next.
I have a question for David. I was just wondering, do you have any plans upcoming, like working with Iceland Films anymore?
I don't know. I would love to. I had a blast doing a work of art. That was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm a child of the 80s, so I grew up on music videos that were like really awesome to watch, where it wasn't just a person just standing in front of a microphone and singing. Because that's when I first met the Spencer and the Einstein guys, I was just like, I had seen some of their videos, especially Welcome to Horror World. And I was like, this is amazing. The like production value of these movies, they're like movies. The production value is so good in their videos. And I was like, I would love to work with you guys one day. And they made it happen. So I had a blast doing that. And of course, like if Spencer ever rings me up again to do another one of those videos, I'm there in a heartbeat. Of course, absolutely. I mean, Spencer's a good buddy too of mine too. So he's such a nerd, and I love that about him because he looks like such a pretty boy, and he's like, oh my god, the guy speaks more in like movie quotes than anything else. I'm like, he's got like an encyclopedic knowledge of movies. So I think it translates into those videos and into his music as well because he loves movies and yeah.
He's doing the whole thing with Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
So I think it would be really cool for him to do like a project with you.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would bring all of us together. That'd be awesome. I'd love to work with Matt too. Matt's such a sweetheart. So it's like he's such a good dude. So of course, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, just wondering if there's ever been a part of the script or maybe a direction that Damien has given you that has like floored you as far as like I did not know this is where this was going to go, and it might be a kill or it might be like the ad scene with Vicky where you're just like, okay, this is a new level.
Yeah, probably for part 2 for the bedroom scene because originally we had something different written in there. We had a bedroom scene, but it was a lot tamer than what we did in the movie, and we started filming it, and then COVID happened. We had just filmed me running into the room and throwing Allie on the bed, and I just started doing my opening slice, and then we had to halt production for a while because COVID happened, and so we're like, oh God, well we have all this extra time. So Damien's like, you know what? I have all this extra time. I got nothing to do. We're all in lockdown for months. So he went back to the drawing board. It's like, I want to make this kill as crazy and over the top as possible. I don't feel like what we have written here in the script is going to cut it because people are already expecting us to surpass what we had done in part 1. He's like, let's go and just bat for the fences here. And so he just had a list of just horrible things he wanted to do to a body, and he just picked from that list and just started building prosthetics and just put it all together. And what I thought was really cool about that scene too, a lot of people don't know, it was inspired originally from the very first crime scene photo of all time, which was the Mary Kelly kill from Jack the Ripper, where she's on the bed and she's all just, you can't even really tell it's a human being. And she's just so badly mutilated. And he's like, he took inspiration from that, and that she's almost in the same pose when she's on the bed at the very end of the kill scene. And he's like, I want to take that and deconstruct it, and like, how would art get somebody to this point? And that's what he did. It's like, I'm gonna just think of a bunch of messed up things to do to this poor girl and go from there, and then keep her alive. She's still alive at the end. I'm like, that's horrible. Like, oh my God. So that's Damon. So that was definitely there for shock value.
We got time for one or two more.
Oh wait, I think I have to tail end that question.
Go ahead.
I'll make it quick. Ironically, the attic scene was the one I was most prepared for. because I think with those types of things, you kind of have to, let the actors know ahead of time and stuff like that. So I knew about it. It was in the script. It said, will be tastefully done. And at that point, I was a Terrifier for like 10 years, so I was like, let's go. Just every Vicky at the end of the movie, even the birthing scene, that was a different scene, or it was growing out of the back of my head until Malignant came out, and then we had to go and reshoot. So that was a surprising scene. Didn't know that was happening. I don't even know if I knew what was going on while I was shooting it, truthfully. And then I think the villain route, that was like a completely, I did not see that coming. Not even until, he had told me right after 2 had been filmed, he was thinking about this thing of going this route with her. So those are the 2 things that were more shocking than the attic scene.
I didn't know at 10 years old I was going to eat out of a real possum carcass. Oh, and I didn't know, and my mom didn't tell me. The scene in the laundromat where I pooped or whatever it was me the whole laundromat scene, except we ran out of time and it was someone else's feet just when it pans down. It was me, but somebody else's feet when the poop comes out. I didn't know about that until the premiere because my mom didn't want to tell me. That was a shocker. That was a real shocker. Yeah, I was like, what the heck? I did not see that coming. I don't know why she didn't tell me. I think just she didn't want to tell my 10-year-old self that I was just gonna be like pooping all over the floor.
Was there anything else like that in the movies that you guys weren't expecting until you saw the movie and you're like, oh, okay.
No, I was there for all of it, so.
Okay, fair enough. All right, 1 or 2 more. Who we got? You went up first back there in the back.
Quick question. I don't know if somebody already asked it. Explain more, David, about when you go to like that kill move, when you get that punch. What was the whole idea?
Oh yeah, that's a thing I do. Sometimes I like to base like my characters off an animal, because I feel that's a good way to get some good, interesting physicalities. And so when I first approached Art, I was like, what animal is he like? And I'm like, well, he's kind of a scavenger. He's got, this bag that he's going around. He's always scavenging things, finding little bits and pieces everywhere. And he's kind of cannibalistic. He does eat flesh. He's got a beak nose. And he's got this little frill around his neck from the clown collar. And I was like, he's kind of a vulture. So I wanted to add that little bit of a hunch to him. And also, I kind of do that also when he's in predator mode, as I call it, when he's on the hunt. Birds of prey, they lead with their beak on their face and with their eyes. The eyes move and the head moves. The eyes move, the head moves. And so I wanted to add that kind of movement to Art, and so that's where the hunch comes from. And plus I have bad posture. I'm tall and everything. Nothing's built for tall people. So I always have to stoop, but I add more to my hunch just for Art. Yeah, that's a good question.
All right, one final question. Oh gosh, you guys pick.
Oh, don't do that.
Right there. Way in the back. Yeah.
What was that? It's always possible. That's a Damien question. So I'm sure he will, when they start casting, he'll be putting something up online, usually on Actors Access. That's what he's done for the past 3 films. That's how I found out about it. So I would say, pay attention to Actors Access. Also pay attention to his Instagram or Facebook page, because he'll usually post something there too if he's going to have auditions. And I say just go out for it. You never know. That's how all of us got in there. So we just took a chance and it changed our lives. So you never know. It's as you see, we've had kids in movies before, so it's always possible to have them again. Who knows what he's going to do in this one? So I'm excited. I want to know what happens next. I know you want to know what happens next. All I know is I'm sitting on a bus. So yeah, the whole entire time, it's a Rosa Parks biography. What should have happened? I digress. That would be an interesting movie. Oh my gosh. It'd be called Sit Down. No. But I digress. I'm gonna get in trouble. Stop talking, David.
Just give me the mic.
Give him a hand, everybody. Thank you guys so much. David, real quick, this is it's the last panel of the weekend, last day of the weekend. We're all going home after this. How would the Joker send us all home?
Where are you going? How would Mr. J send you all home? Well, I hope he would send you all away with a big old smile.